Yes, people, how are we doing? Welcome back to the British Rapper Reacts. I have a special episode today featuring my brother, my best friend, DJ Woody. This is the routine that he took over to the States, to the Vestax World Championships, and performed a week later in 3 separate sections to take the title and become the world champion. It's a really special routine. It stands the test of time. Even to this day, it will be a competitive routine and do well on the scene. He's innovated a lot of scratch techniques, and some of his scratches have been taught by Qbert in his academy. Qbert got in touch with Woody and asked him if how to do it and if he could teach it, which Woody was obviously more than happy to give him the go-ahead for. So yeah, this is the one and only DJ Woody, the legend. I've seen this before, but it's more of a reaction and telling you a little bit of the history behind it and some of Woody's stories about him practicing. So let's get into it. Let's go.
Y'all in trouble now.
If only they'd have known.
Just a minute, calm down. Christ's sake.
So you should be able to see already that what he's doing here is he is doing a scratch technique using the crossfader, and then he is mimicking the sound it creates without using the crossfader, just using hand manipulation on the turntable. So he does a full routine with this. It's incredible. It's very innovative, and yeah, I can remember at the time it sent shockwaves through the scene. So yeah, check this out. So a lot of the time when Woody was training these techniques up, he has a really peculiar outlook, approach, should I say, to creating his techniques. And he used to practice with a mirror behind his turntables that was tilted at an angle. And I used to sit behind Woody reading Hip Hop Connection magazine and listening to him develop his stuff and watching his genius at work. And he used to just gaze into this mirror, and it looked like he was looking at me if I looked in the mirror. It used to freak me the fuck out. Like, Woody, what are you staring at? And he wasn't even looking in the mirror. He was lost in a world of creativity and, some matrix shit going on in his head. So it was often, I didn't often get a response back because he was flow stating. He was completely locked into flow state. So the reason for the mirror, by the way, was because he wanted to see what his hands looked like from the other side on the crossfader, just in case he was missing some hidden technique that, if he hadn't have looked, wouldn't have been discovered. Which shows you the type of man that he's got. He's a nerd. He's one of those high quality, high performing nerds. And he won't mind me saying that, I'm sure. So anyway, let's get back to it. That was also like a kind of looked like, was that the woodpecker there? Was he using? So one of the scratches that Woody innovated was the woodpecker, which involves moving the record back and forward with your thumb, and then doing the crab technique, which you would do on a crossfader normally, on your thumb to make the record, make it go like that. So if you think about it, the good thing about that is when you are crabbing on your thumb creating that noise, you can also cut that sound with your crossfader, which gives you, a lot more chops, if you will. I think he called that technique there where he was going like that on the back of his hand. I think that's the tomato sauce bottle technique for obvious reasons. Brilliant. So I think now he's going to go into some juggling.
Create sound effects. You might catch up if you follow the records he wrecks. Until then, keep eating and
Bit of racking.
swallowing. You better take a deep breath and keep following the leader.
Yes, oh yeah, I remember. It's time for some juggling. Here we go. Some nice cuts first. Here we go. So with Woody's juggling and all these kind of techniques, he was into the fine detail, if you will. And I think in some of his early competitions, he was that ahead of his time that people didn't realise, you know, how much in detail he was going. So he listened to very fine, small sounds, and he was actually juggling those and creating beats and stuff that were kind of, yeah, very, very technical. And ultimately, that's what led him to his success, being ahead of his time. There was moments kind of like where he was developing these routines and these techniques, and at first it was completely lost on me, and I was like, where the fuck is he going with this? What is he doing? And then it'd click all of a sudden, and you'd hear what he'd been trying to achieve, and it'd come out, the melody had come out, and the beat patterns and stuff, and you know, you get into stuff like this. So he's doing the juggles and stuff, but if you're not familiar with this type of DJing, he's also using his thumb on the stop-start button to create that on the record, which adds to his sound. Very clever. I know this. Yeah. I remember.
Remember, it's all very well knowing how to do something, but being able to do it.
Just a manipulation of melody. You know, he's done a lot of routines. He's very melodic, and that's what I love. It's like if I'm making beats and stuff, you know, you get some hip hop beats that aren't so, well, not so melodic, and that's what appeals to me, the melody of music. And Woody's very much into that. It's yeah, so it's great to see him chopping it up almost like a beat producer would and creating something, but doing it live. It's like the DJ equivalent of MPC playing when they do it live and create beats live. It's something else. Now I can tell you something about this part. So the part you've just heard where he speeds it up and that, I had been to his house and I was watching him develop the little bit before that, which was at the speed it was, and I was kind of like, oh yeah, I like this, you know, this is going to do well in competition. And then he started this bit. I'll just rewind it a bit where he turns the tempo up, and I can remember looking up from my seat and just seeing him floor stating, just hands flying all over, and I can remember being like, "Whoa, what the fuck, man! You never showed me that bit before." This bit.
Remember, it's all very well knowing how to do something, but being able to
Rock a jam,
but being able
rock a jam,
but being able
rock a jam by popular demand. 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 Rock a jam, rock a jam, rock a jam, rock a jam,
just a matter of fact.
rock a jam by popular demand. I'm back. Oh shit.
So I'm going to let you into a little secret here. If you, it's a subtle part that he does at the end here. So it says, he lets a sample go that says it's on, but he plays it backwards and it says, "Oh shit." That's what it sounds like. So I don't know if it got missed by some people, but let's just have a quick look at that.
And I'm back.
What?
Oh shit. It's on.
So he plays it backwards first, and so it's on. He plays it's on backwards first. It says, "Oh shit," and then he plays it the right way, and he said, "It's on."
Woo! Give it up for Woody right there.
So you can't hear the crowd so much because it was more of a recording of the turntables, but you can actually pick it up a little bit, which, you know, that routine went on to win the World Championships and cement Woody's place in DJ history. He also won the RTF World Championships. He is a complex character, is my friend Mr. Woodvine, in the sense that he is quite shy in a lot of senses. But if there's anywhere that is comfortable, it is behind turntables, and he's one of those people that becomes one with his instrument, or his instruments, his turntables, and it brings out a different side of his nature where he becomes very comfortable, very locked into the moment, which is a place of peace, and then magic happens. You know, there's no it's no fluke that people like Mixmaster Mike, you know, he's one of Mixmaster Mike's favourite DJs, Mixmaster Mike being from the Beastie Boys, is very special on a pair of turntables, and he has carved out his corner of the scene, and he sits there and watches it develop. He's very supportive of the young people that come through. He loves it. He's still a massive fan of DJing, and long may his success in that world continue. Peace.